I can't. It won't let me upload
quite
a
emotional,
Twitter
quite
picture
sad,
for some reason.
quite relieved.
Oh yeah, so we're waiting for Mr. Lopez to produce the video evidence that he made up. At this time, we'll probably just watch this video and
All right.
See what happens. It shouldn't be much longer.
Okay.
Miss Rosepetal, while we wait for the LSPD database to transfer that over to my tablet, could you tell me about the series of events that occurred at the motel?
Yes, of course, officer. I was responding to a call with my colleague, Mrs. Dumbledore, and we arrived at the scene and provided medical care for the defendant here. We found him with two individuals, Sai and I believe her boyfriend. This was located right across the street from Burger Shot. We administered medical care, and the defendant started going on about being an archangel, having powers, and we both, for obvious reasons, started to grow concerned about this defendant's well-being psychiatrically. My boss,
talking.
Mrs. Dumbledore, asked him a series of questions to determine his mental state at the time, and we arrived at the conclusion that he needed further care at the psychiatric hospital.
Okay, what do you object to, sir?
I need to ask the witness a question.
Yeah, we'll get to that in 1 second. I'll let you cross-examine.
You may continue, Miss Rose.
Of course. At hearing that the defendant would have to go back to the hospital for further psychiatric care, he began to become really aggressive. He pulled out his weapon. He ran to a garage that was located right behind us. He pulled out a car, pointed a gun at me, told me to get in the car or he'd blow my brains out, and proceeded to run over a civilian, the woman, Sai. He pulled out of the parking lot, drove to the nearest salon, at which point he got out of the car, tied my hands up, and told me that he was kidnapping me. Upon hearing this, I got on my radio, asking my colleagues for help. I informed them that I was being kidnapped by a psychiatric patient. Ariana had stayed behind to provide medical care for Sai, which she had just been run over. She responded to my comms on the radio and pulled up, at which point the defendant here got out of his car. He started yelling at Mrs. Dumbledore. He pointed his gun at her, and she pulled out hers. She didn't fire, but the defendant shot her, and she was pretty severely injured. After this, he started yelling at me to get out of the car. My hands were still tied. I asked him to untie my hands first. After which, I proceeded to get out of the car. I go onto my radio to inform my colleagues that Mrs. Dumbledore had been shot by the psychiatric patient. And the defendant gets into the vehicle that Ariana pulled up in, I believe, and drives off towards the ocean. After this point, I had stayed behind to try and assess the scene. I wasn't at the location when it happened, but what I believe happened from there was the defendant ran over another one of my coworkers, Mr. Longbottom, the previous testimony. And from there, he swam into the ocean. We located a truck in the ocean. We searched the truck. There was no one there. We had lost him for a period of time until he called Sai, the woman he ran over. I could only hear one side of the conversation, of course, but he told her he was in his motel. I believe within 5 minutes of meeting Sai, he provided his motel key room to Mrs. Sai. And we decided with Lopez and my coworkers, Juan, Longbottom, and Ariana, to locate the defendant. Excuse me. To locate the defendant because we were worried that he was a danger to himself and other people. Once we arrived at the motel, she responded to him on her phone to try and get him out. Once he established that he wouldn't come out, she used the key that he provided her to get into the motel. At which point he started making terroristic threats, saying he had planted the motel with explosives, along with the weapon that he arrived on scene with, along with threatening both my life, Ariana's life, Sully's. He grew pretty irate at this point. He refused psychiatric care further. We explained that we were just concerned for his well-being and everyone else's well-being, and we just wanted to check him out at the hospital, and he refused. At this point, I had gone into my head to send Mr. Lopez the footage. So for about 2 or so minutes, I don't have any recollection.
Your Honor, I will be asking a baseline of questions to establish foundation for the audio and video that is going to be displayed to this courtroom at this point in time.
Your Honor, objection. When will I be able to ask the witness some questions?
As soon as Mr. Lopez is done.
All right, well done.
Is that
Miss-
fair? Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Lopez.
Miss Ariana, not Ariana, Miss Rose, how often do you use your phone, would you say?
My phone?
Yes.
I would say every day, multiple times a day.
And how often do you say you record on your phone a day?
Constantly, I would say.
Okay. No further questions at this time until the video evidence has been presented to the court. I will be putting that up on the screen now, Your Honor.
Okay.
My hands are tied, sir. I need help. I can't exit the car. You tied up my hand.
Mr. Lopez, if I could ask you to turn that up, please.
No, actually, wait. I'll just
Thank
carry
you.
you out of the car. Your Honor, objection.
Can I ask what you're objecting to?
Yes, the full footage, of course. Now, you both seen that she was still in the car when I walked away.
Okay, I'll let you question the EMS official here as soon as Mr. Lopez is done. Okay, is that
Right.
fair?
Right.
Okay.
There'll be no further
Alright.
questions for anybody at this time, Your Honor. He may cross-examine at this time if he so wishes.
It seems as though he might. Go ahead. You can come up over here and
All right.
question the witness.
I'm gonna question. Now, I have
Go ahead.
a lot of questions. Okay, I'm gonna stand right here. So, witness. What's her name? Sorry, don't even know it.
Rose petal.
Rose. So, are you calling me a liar or a murderer?
That's
Your Honor, relevance.
yeah. That's
Well,
relevant. Make it more
object.
direct. Make it more direct.
Okay. So,
You can't ask for opinion.
okay. So, the footage shown on body cam, on Rose's body cam, was
Yes,
not
Rose,
the
can
full.
I have you come back a little bit to the stand? A little bit, kind of.
Sorry,
was not-
I can't hear the defendant at
That
all.
was not
Okay,
full
you don't have
footage.
to. You don't have to sit down. You can stand. You can. Okay, if that's right. You can stand.
So
It's fine.
didn't Rose say that
Yeah,
I had
can't-
her
can't
hands
hear
tied,
him, I'm sorry.
correct?
All right,
Rose,
you
is
can
that
stand right
correct?
in front of me. Just
Rose,
standing
was
right
that
next
correct?
to his face is kind of rough. Go ahead. Say that again.
Rose, so is it correct that I had your hands tied?
Yes.
Is it also correct that once I, in my mind, tried to pull you out of the vehicle, I found in my mind that I could not pull you out of the vehicle, therefore, I hopped in the black muscle car that was right in front of yours, is that correct?
Yes.
And then I took off, correct?
Yes.
At any given point in time, did I return to the location?
No.
Okay. So, I find it very convenient that you managed to get your hands untied after I left. And once I was driving away, I look back and you're standing outside of the car. I think that's very weird.
Yeah, at that point I managed to undo
Oh, really?
the zip ties
Okay.
that you had placed on
May
my
I
hands.
ask you another question? So, you called for backup, correct?
Yes,
How
that's
did
correct.
you reach your radio when your hands were tied in front of you?
My radio is actually located on my shoulder. I
On your shoulder. So
used
how
my
was your hands?
neck.
Your hands. Okay. So your
It
hands
is a
were
large button, sir. I can reach
okay.
it with my neck.
Wait, didn't I? In my mind, I did slash me knock out. I knocked you unconscious. So how is it that you somehow managed to call back up when you were unconscious at that moment?
I don't think my eyes caught.
Your
I can
that.
answer that for you, sir, if you'd like.
Is that in the clip?
I know EMS and medical and PD as well as lawyers have a little device that if they go down, where the device could tell and it notifies all units on staff to come to their assistance.
Yes, correct. Your Honor,
Mr.
that is called a
Lopez, can you tell
panic
us what the
button.
code for that is? I believe it's a 10 what?
That's a panic button.
Emergency.
That'd be a
Emergency.
1099.
Little
Your Honor.
orange
1099 officer
thing.
down, medical down.
Yes,
Yeah.
little orange thing on the radio. You know what it looks like.
Yeah, and if it goes vertical or horizontal, like it
Yeah.
changes
Mhm.
rapidly, it notifies help.
Okay. So, what?
How the fuck from this distance?
what the hell?
What the fuck?
All right, I'll walk back to where I was standing sometime.
Thank
today.
you.
Okay. So,
Mr. Lopez, please control yourself.
yeah.
Thank
muscle
you.
spasm, I think. Happens to the best of us. So, Rose, at any given moment, of me trying to kidnap you, why did you not call the authorities when why did you call your EMS friends when I first kidnapped you?
At that point, when you had first kidnapped me, there was only one officer on duty, and he was 10
Okay,
17.
So I have a question. Why did you tase me multiple times when we was at the clothes store? You picked me up.
Sir, I
and-
never tased you.
Oh God. Oh my God. Okay, I would like to call in another witness. If he is in the city still. Timmy.
wasn't aware.
His
Another
name is
witness?
Timmy. Don't know his last name. He is the boyfriend of the
Of the woman you
of
ran
Sai.
over?
Yes, correct.
I don't believe we have access to Timmy. So at this
All right.
moment.
Well, Timmy was a witness, and he also seen that they was well. Let's just put it this way.
Your
It
Honor,
was-
objection, speculation.
Objection to what? That was a statement. Actually, more of a fact.
Speculation, Your Honor.
speculation.
What do you have to say?
Speculation of what?
Let's
You're
see-
speculating for your witness that is not present.
Not speculating. I'm knowing for a fact, and I'm literally reasoning my advice. So please, unless you're objecting to an actual objection, then
Your
please just sit
Honor,
back there.
control the
Yeah,
defendant.
Okay, you know what? I'm
you
sorry.
can't speak on behalf of somebody else
Okay, chill.
or what they may have thought.
My bad, Your Honor. So,
Okay.
last couple questions I have for the witness. When I told you that I was a archangel, what was your first response?
My first response was, of course, concern for your well-being.
Okay.
You presented symptoms of delusion,
Okay.
as well as
So you're
paranoia.
calling me delusional.
Sir, I
That's a yes or no question. It should be the most.
Sir, I only am concerned about your well-being as
That's
a
yes
medical
or no
health
question.
provider.
Your Honor, tell her to please answer the question as I asked. So
Yeah,
you believe
you
I'm
can answer.
delusional?
I think
Right.
you presented symptoms of mental illness,
Okay, so
that being delusion.
okay. So you're calling me a liar, technically.
I'm not calling you a liar, sir.
You're saying I'm lying about being an archangel, which I'm not. So you're calling me
I'm
a
saying
liar.
you are suffering from mental illness, which led you to believe that you are an archangel,
How many years of experience?
based on
do you
no
have?
evidence.
Based on no evidence of
I'm
being
I'm
an
a
archangel.
paramedic, sir. I have plenty of experience.
How many years?
3.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Okay. Would you like to call anybody to the stand, sir?
Me?
Yes.
Actually, correct. I would love to call somebody to the stand. This officer right here.
Okay.
What?
Is he okay?
Are you, what?
I don't know what happened. I
Same.
passed out or something.
Have you been drinking, sir? Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol today?
No, I think in my mind I accidentally clicked a button.
Okay.
All right.
Commander Lopez, do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you, Dwayne?
So help me, Dwayne.
Rock flush. You may have a seat, Commander. Thank you. The witness is yours, sir.
All right, sir. So, may I have
If you could do me a favor, if you could come up closer to the stand, that would be much obliged.
Is
Or
this
can you
better?
just speak up?
I think he is.
That is better.
All right. So wait, what's that?
There you go.
Hello. Is this better?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take my thing in my mind. I took my thing
Yeah.
off my mic. So
Yeah, we got it.
okay. Listen, sir. May I have the name? Presence know your name, officer.
Alejandro Lopez.
Don't knock. I will call you Officer Lopez. So, at the time of apprehending me, did you abuse any of my rights? That's a yes or no question, by the way. Did you abuse
Objection,
any
Your
of my
Honor.
rights?
Leading.
What?
Ask him a direct question of what right you thought he was abusing.
Okay. Is it true or false that when I asked to have a phone call, you said that you don't deserve a phone call? Is that correct?
As I stated to you, that phone calls are not guaranteed by the state due to repercussions that have happened in the past and hostage situations that have occurred due to said phone calls, because we cannot verify the integrity of who you're calling or monitoring who you're calling. So the state does not guarantee phone calls.
Okay, so you said hostage situation, correct?
Yes.
But there was no hostage.
There's the
As far as-
potential of a hostage.
As far as this woman right here is concerned, she called me delusional. So, for the time being, you just admitted to basically not giving me a phone call because of judging me, correct?
Well,
As
the phone
guaranteed
call
by the
was made.
state.
The
You're
phone
not
call was
allowed
made.
to.
It was made.
And
It was made to
you
me.
refused just like I refused her request to counseling because I do not need treatment because I am telling nothing but the truth. So help me, Dwayne Johnson. So if I could just, I don't know. It seems like to me that you thought these
Objection,
same
Your
things-
Honor. Speculation.
Speculation. Okay.
Yes. Ask a more
Sounds to me
direct
like
question.
You know what? That's all. I was about to say something else. Speculation. So. Okay. Okay. So do you believe? That's
Yell
also
to us, sir. Yell to us.
All right. Hello.
Yes,
Yep.
there.
All right.
This room is very echoey. It's hard to hear
Okay.
sometimes from
At
back
the
here.
time of your arrest, when you arrested me, when I pulled out my Walther, something another, whatever weapon I had, I don't actually remember the name of it.
Walter
But,
P99.
Walter 99. Okay. When I pulled that out and started opening firing on you, and I said, "Okay, I surrender, I surrender, I surrender," which I said 3 times. How come you kept firing your weapon? It
Please
sounded to
answer
me
that.
like you had the
Your Honor.
that speculation.
Please answer that.
Yes. So you had pointed your weapon through the window of
And
your
you had your weapon
motel
pointed at me,
room.
and actually, you
Let him
opened
answer.
fired.
Let him answer, sir. You asked the question, didn't answer it.
Your Honor, construct the defendant, please.
Just go ahead and answer.
As stated, you were pointing your weapon at EMS personnel whom were staged outside your door, and that's when I had moved in. You were already made aware prior to that encounter that we were not able to hear what you were saying within your residence, nor were we able to communicate with you from outside your residence due to certain sound barriers that the motel is using.
Okay. Okay. Well, if Miss Rose's claim is correct, which it is
Speak
not.
up, sir.
What?
Speak up.
Okay. If Miss Rose's, I'm gonna stand closer to the suspect.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. There you go.
Okay. Is this better?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So listen, if Miss Rose's claim is correct, which it is not, and I am delusional, which I am not, then how come you opened fired along with the EMS and another EMS when you guys tried shooting through the window when I was I was armed. I didn't shoot back. You guys are trying to shoot through the window at me. And is that correct?
The only person that had discharged the firearm on that scene was myself. I was trying to shoot you through the window. However, the motel uses bullet-resistant glass.
Okay. So you obviously just wanted to express your need for power, right?
Your Honor,
Answer the question.
Answer the question. Come on, man.
Your Honor,
You obviously wanted to prove that you had
It's
the
a-
power to
it's a
put
yes or no
me in-
question,
put
though.
a bullet in my brain, correct?
you had a weapon pointed
Was I
at
pointing
EMS.
it at you? I don't believe so.
At EMS, you are a direct threat to society and emergency personnel.
Okay. Well, if I was delusional, that wouldn't be my fault. So you were willing to open fire on a mentally ill patient that has no control over anything. You were willing to do that. Which
Sir, I'm going to
also
stop you
means-
right there. Are you claiming to be mentally ill?
No, I object. I am not mentally ill. But if I was,
Your Honor,
if I
leading-
was, that
You
means-
did you just
if I
object to
was,
yourself,
this
sir?
officer just admitted to literally, like, this officer would be the type of person to kill an autistic kid. Like, I'm...
Your Honor, objection, speculation.
I'm gonna strike that whole last part. I believe you just claimed to be guilty in that whole
I'm not
statement.
guilty.
Okay.
I need to say one thing, though.
Continue on. Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Give me 1 second. In my mind, I'm putting my thing back over my mic.
Yeah. But
weird.
just handle your mind thoughts to yourself. That's fine.
All right. Can y'all hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Fantastic.
All right. So listen. So, I am an archangel,
I never said I didn't believe you. Go ahead.
and
Are you speaking, sir?
trying to.
Oh no. Okay, there you go.
All right. So at this time, I do not feel guilty.
All right.
Oh my god.
Well, Mr. Lopez, if I could you please handcuff the gentleman in front of us, please?
Oh my god.
You could have the big
I
rep
don't
do
feel
that.
guilty.
I'll go ahead and do that,
I
Your
don't
Honor.
feel guilty anymore.
Sir, if you wouldn't mind putting your hands up
I
for
don't
me.
feel guilty anymore.
Sir,
Okay, at this moment in time, sir, I feel that we've
put
had
your
enough
hands up,
evidence.
sir.
We've
I
had
don't
enough.
feel
Don't
guilty.
please don't taser him. Just handcuff him.
I need him
At
to put
this
his
moment,
hands up.
put your hands up, please. Thank you, sir.
I don't feel guilty anymore.
At this moment in time, sir, I am going to sentence you, seeing as though I have enough evidence to go ahead and move forward with that.
I don't feel
Is-
guilty anymore.
Sir,
Archangel,
I've heard
I'll
enough
return
tonight
to the land
to think.
of the
Can
Silver
I please
City.
let me speak, sir? I, Judge Hustle, am going to sentence you to death. We are going to remove you from our fine planet. We're going to send you back to where you came from, and I think you'll be happier on that. Officers, if you could escort Mr. Archangel here to your vehicle,
10-4, Your Honor.
and we will bring him to a place of worship, and we will send him back to where he feels comfortable. Because I don't think this is the right place for him.